Hello listeners. Welcome back to Storytime FM. Today we are looking through r/AskReddit. What's a candy you never have been able to get on board with? Let's jump right in. Those cheap hollow chocolate figurines of Santa, the Easter Bunny, etc., that you get on holidays. They're usually made from the worst quality chocolate, so thin that it just crumbles into itself when you bite into it or break a piece off. And there isn't even that much chocolate since it's hollow. Let's look at some more comments. Wax lips. Those shit-ass generic things from trick or treat bags of yesteryear. I never knew what they were because the orange or black wax paper wrappers were blank. They were hard, chewy and dense, not in a good way. And most of the time when you unwrapped them, the candy had fused to part of the wrapper, so you were eating some wax paper as you chewed up this unsatisfying nugget of dental filling thievery. Each year you'd get down to the dregs of your bag and all that was left were these and plain mini Hershey's, and when even the plain mini Hershey's were gone you still didn't want these. But you'd try one anyway like it had gotten better since last year, but it hadn't. And one was all it took and you threw out the rest of them and wished you could remember which old person neighbor house gave these crap things out so you could skip them next year. Garbage candy. I've read some horror stories about sugar-free gummy bears, so I naturally avoid them at all costs. Their demeanor is inviting, but beware. In-labeled chocolates. Let's take a look at some other comments. Those candies on the parchment paper. I inadvertently end up eating mostly the parchment paper. Fucking circus peanuts. What the hell is wrong with people? The candy hearts that you get around Valentine's Day. Sugar-flavored chalk, I'm out. That ribbon candy in Grandma's dish with an inch of dust on it. Let's look at some more comments. That goo that came in a clear toothpaste tube. I have no idea if they even make it anymore, but it was everywhere in the 90s. Black licorice. I'm from Japan. We eat bunch of out there stuff, but this I can't get on board with. If they had presented it as some kind of medicine I might have been okay with it. Edit. Never have I ever imagined black licorice to be the reason for my first awards. Thank you kind people on Reddit. Smiley face. Good and plenty. It's sold everywhere, yet I've never seen anyone buy it. Circus peanuts. Let's look at some more comments. Jujubes. Tiny, semi-hard, and stuck in all your teeth. Queen Anne chocolate-covered cherries filled snot and the shriveled hearts of politicians. Disgusting. Chocolates with fruit filling. It always ruins the chocolate for me. Thrills. Purple gum that tastes like fucking dish soap. Fuck right off. Let's take a look at some other comments. Nestlé chunky, because fuck raisins and fuck Nestlé too. Spice-flavored jelly beans. My grandmother always put them in our Easter basket and they were disgusting. Salmiakki. As if black licorice weren't bad enough by itself, the Nordic peoples, for some insane reason, decided to add salt to it. Whoppers are just sawdust covered with chocolate-flavored wax. Let's look at some more comments. Black licorice, root beer-flavored hard candies. The candy hearts that are given around Valentine's Day, sugar daddies. Candy corn. Circus peanuts and peeps. Necco wafers. How are these popular? I guess back then it was 100% socially acceptable to beat your kids. But child abuse via Necco wafer is too much. Let's take a look at some other comments. Dots. They are basically glue designed to pull your teeth out. Those orange marshmallow peanuts. I think they are called circus peanuts and they gross me out. Necco wafers. Chalky wedding mints. I had a bad experience with them when I was 5. I ate way too many of them and cake and punch at my mother's 3rd wedding. I woke up in the middle of the night and vomited all over. Let's see what some other people wrote. Red Hots. Twizzlers. All my friends loved them as a kid and I remember kids coveting the ones I'd bring in after Halloween. I just gave them away because they taste like chewy wax to me? That chili-flavored ball. Hate that fucker so much I don't even care to remember the name LMAO edit. Chili Rocus Tamarindo is that horrendous monstrosity. Turkish Delight's sad face. Let's take a look at some other comments. That purple-ass gum. Did a secret Santa at work this year and we filled out a short survey to help. The girl I got listed the following under favorite candy. Tootsie Rolls Raisinets Whoppers. I cannot look at her the same since. Valentine candy hearts. The texture and taste are unbearable for me. Black licorice tastes like something straight out of a witch's cauldron. Let's see what other comments there are. Twizzlers taste like 90s cough syrup and your taste is bad. Anything banana flavored. I've read that they're supposed to mimic the taste of a type of banana that is now extinct due to a blight that wiped them out. I say God wiped them out for a reason. I like candy. But not good and plenty. Not the candy as a whole but specifically green apple Skittles. The lime was so much better, especially with the other flavors. Let's see what some other people wrote. Candy corn definitely on the list. Tootsie Roll and that red candy that tastes and looks like candle, Twizzlers. Circus peanuts. Black licorice shudder. Let's look at some more comments. Those unnamed hard candies with the strawberry wrapper and filling. Edit. They're called granny candies. Now and laters. It looks like a starburst so I want to chew it, but it's super hard. Yet somehow, it's still not quite hard candy hard and actually bends, gives if you work at it just a little too hard to be comfortable doing it. All the Hershey's chocolate tastes like vomit. Black licorice. Let's take a look at some other comments. Swedish fish and those horrid Peeps candies. My goodness, those things are nasty. Anything with bugs in it. Peeps. They look so awful. Bottle caps. Might as well be eating chalk. Let's see what some other people wrote. Cadbury creme eggs. Used to love them as a kid. Tried them later as an adult and I wanted slap my kid self. Yuck. Any candy that's spicy. To me it's just a terrible combo. Black jelly beans. cheap chocolate is fucking awful. Can't understand why it's such a staple candy in the US. Here are some more comments I found. Black jelly beans. Licorice. Butterfingers. Just get stuck in your teeth. Razzles. Also anything cinnamon or spicy is a no from me. The worst thing is cinnamon stuff and cherry candy can look really similar, so it can be a gamble on if I love it or spit it out immediately. Let's see what some other people wrote. Hershey's It isn't classified as chocolate in most countries. Sixlets are disgusting. Sorry. Peeps. Nauseated face. Peeps has been the only thing on this list I can agree with. Ashamed and going to take all these candies to my room. Let's take a look at some other comments. Candy corn, Peeps, black licorice, and circus peanuts. Buttered popcorn jelly bellies. Candy cane. Mexican candies. I have no idea how a people who have perfected regular food have such horrible taste. Tamarind and chili powder is not a candy. Let's see what some other people wrote. Laffy Taffy, I'll eat it if given it but will never buy it on my own, and M&Ms. I just find M&Ms rather unappealing. The ones with peanuts are okay but all others are just gross, but, to be fair, milk chocolate is gross to me in general. Also, unpopular opinion, but I find black licorice to be really good and think it is one of the best candies. Literally anything grape-flavored. Just tastes like medicine to me. Twizzlers. Tastes like rubber. Almond Joys or Mounds. Really boils down to not enjoying coconut. Here are some more comments I found. Raisinets. Whoever thought that grape jerky would improve chocolate? Let's see what some other people wrote. Warheads. I used to rinse the sour powder off them then eat the sweet candy lol. That's all we've got time for today. Come back tomorrow for some more comments. In the meantime, leave a comment with your stories and thoughts below. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed and want to see more. Until next time, listeners.